Hello, welcome to our latest edition of Motivation with Rick Manarino, Inspiration, Leadership. You know, I was thinking the other day, I was sitting contemplating my business and what's going on in my life and what had happened over the last 10 months. And I couldn't believe when I said to myself, 10 months. We've got only a few weeks left in this year. We're going to get into the holiday season. People are going to get busy. There's going to be a lot going on. And I thought to myself, wow, how am I doing on my goals? How am I doing at achieving my personal business, my life, my personal life? How am I doing with raising my daughter, which is very important to me, my 9-year-old? And how am I keeping her on her goals? How are we doing? How am I doing as a family? How am I doing with my friends and keeping up with the things that are important in life? And I kind of assessed everything and said, okay, you know, we've been on track. This has been a good year. I even had a full knee replacement in January, which was probably one of the toughest things I ever had to do. That was tougher than I thought it would be. But again, I got it done. I achieved that goal. My knee is great now. I feel fantastic. And it was a goal accomplished. And business goals, motivational goals, the things in my business, this personal business that I have now, speaking often in public around the world to groups, to teams. It's gone great, and I've been very fortunate. God has been good to me this year and to my family, and happy to report my 9-year-old is doing incredible. But what I really wanted to talk about today was not me. I want to talk to you about how are you doing on your goals. There are going to be some people out there that have had a fortunate year. Things have gone very well for themselves in business and in their personal life. There are others that it's been okay. And then there are some that, man, it's just been one of those years. And I hear people say, man, I can't wait till 2019 is over. I got to get to 2020. Well, I got to tell you that I'm always a believer that life keeps happening. You can change the year from 2019 to 2020, and things for a lot of people do not change unless they change themselves. The ones that are doing great, hey, they had their goals. They achieved them, whether it be health, happiness, whatever it is. Achieving them, feel good about it, and that's going to continue into the new year. I always use the new year as simply as it's going to be 2009, it's 2019, it's going to be 2020. Guess what? Life is going to keep happening. So I want to talk a little bit about, if you are goal setting, staying committed to those goals. What are your goals? What is a business goal? What is a personal goal? What is a family goal? What is a financial goal? Do you want to buy a new car? Whatever it may be, you just can't say, okay, I'm thinking about doing this and this is going to happen. You set goals right now. You don't say 2020 is going to be different and I'm going to set these goals and I'm going to have this success. No. If things aren't going well for you and your goal setting isn't working, you got to change something up. You got to change you. You got to go at it a different direction. And this is really what I want to talk about for those of us who are setting goals. What do we have to do? How do we have to go about it? Well, I'm a believer. Set the goal, write it down, believe in it, believe that you're going to achieve it, and put a plan in motion. Once you have your plan and you're going to achieve, you're going to be successful, you know it in your head, and you've put a time frame on it, now you got to go about accomplishing it. Well, how do you do that? I'm a believer that once it's all set, once you've got it written down, once you've posted it on your refrigerator or your mirror, and you've had this goal or group of goals or small goals or big goals, I don't care what the goal is. I believe we need all kinds of goals, small, medium, large, and crazy goals, because we can accomplish them all. It's all about the mind. Once you teach your mind, and I'm such a stickler about this, once you teach your mind to believe what you tell your mind, it's going to happen. And if you teach it to believe you're going to be successful and your goal setting is going to work, it happens. If you teach it, oh, I'm going to be lazy and things aren't really going to happen for me, that's what's going to happen. Most powerful thing we have is our mind, believe me. And use it to your betterment. Don't use it to your deterrent. And we all have the natural thing about, well, things aren't going so good for me. And the negative thoughts creep in, and the negative thoughts creep in, and the negative thoughts creep in. No. You got to keep it positive. You got to find a way to keep that negative out of your head. I call it Mr. Negative. You got to keep Mr. Negative out of your head. Say goodbye, get out of my house, and get gone because I'm going to be positive. And it's tough. It's not as easy as I say, believe me. There's a lot of hard work involved in having that positive, consistent, strong mind. And that's my point. Once you set a goal, you got to be consistent with it. You got to think about it daily. You got to dream about it. You got to put it in motion day to day, week to week. You got to be consistent with it. You got to repeat it. You got to do it over and over and over and over. And you got to be consistent with that goal. And after that happens, you know, you got to keep that commitment constantly. The commitment has to be there. The consistency, the commitment, they go hand in hand. You commit to it, you be consistent with it. And you've already committed to it, so now you're being consistent. And once that happens and you start seeing things going in the right direction, you continue to grow, or you make another goal. Or you say to yourself, gosh, this really works. I'm going to set a bigger goal. But we have to believe, number one, that we can achieve it. So many people, and they're content to live day to day, and they don't have really any goals, and that's fine if that's what you want. But I'm about being the best I can every day, assisting people and being the best they can every day, teaching where I have to, inspiring where I have to. But I always am available in my mind to continue to grow. Now, again, I've had a very fortunate, really good year. Guess what? I put some things in motion that I wanted to achieve. As I said, the first thing I needed to achieve, I had a really beat up right knee. Many, many years of being an athlete, many, many years of success in sports, but it took a toll on my body. And it took a very, very big toll on my knees. My right knee, I could barely move around. I moved around, but it was tough. Anyways, I went out and accomplished that goal. It was one of the toughest goals I ever had to achieve. There were really some down times, but I did it. And in achieving goals, they're not always easy. To attain what I wanted to attain this year, personally and in business, family-wise, with my daughter, it took a lot of hard work. But I'm sitting here just a few weeks away from the new year, and I'm saying, wow, let's get to the next things. Let's continue to grow. And for me, one of the greatest areas of growth is going to be, I want to help the world. I want to help people be more successful. I want to motivate. I want to inspire. I want to teach. I want to help others have the successes I have and have the successes friends of mine are having, because they pay attention to what I teach, to the things, the inspiration that I bring. It works. Get it in your mind, to believe in yourself, to go forward. It's not a big BS statement. It's a total believable statement that you can do whatever you want, you can be whatever you want, you can grow to whatever you want to grow, but you got to believe it, number one. You got to commit to it. You got to be consistent with it. And the next thing is, I have here, you got to be courageous about it. And what I mean by that, to have enough courage to make it happen, because, again, I don't like to keep going back to my knee surgery because those weren't great times. But I had the courage to fight through some really tough weeks and some bad things that happened to me along the way that I don't need to detail at this point. But I had some real tough moments, real dark times related to that knee. But I had the courage to go through it. And that's about any goal. If you're trying to lose weight, so many people, a weight goal. I have talked to so many people, lose weight, it's such a big issue. Go to the gym, it's such a big issue. Well, when things aren't going well and you have that week where you lose no pounds, or you have that week that you've been so busy at the job that you can't get to the gym, guess what? That doesn't mean you shut it down and quit and say things are going bad for me. No, you get tougher. You say, guess what? I didn't lose that 2 pounds I try to lose every week. Next week, I'm going to lose that 2 pounds, and the week after, and the week after, and the week after, and I'm going to adjust some things. Hey, I wasn't able to get to the gym. Well, maybe you didn't adjust your schedule and you didn't get up earlier. Whatever it took, you knew you were going to be busy at work, so you shut everything else down. Guess what? You can't do that. You got to be consistent in your ways. So again, got to be committed, got to be consistent, got to control it, and you have got to be courageous about it. And when you achieve those goals, which I know you will, because you're inspired, you have all those ingredients that I've just talked about, you're going to be committed to it, you're going to be consistent with it, you're going to control it, you're going to control the environment around you, you're going to be courageous about it, and guess what? In the end, when you accomplish it, you're going to say congratulations to yourself, and you're going to reward yourself. That's another part of success. When you do well, you reward yourself. When you achieve a goal, no matter what size, you say, hey, that was great. You reward yourself. Always got to reward ourselves. Always got to take that moment. It takes me back to something that is very interesting. I was very involved in bodybuilding for quite a while, had a nice bodybuilding career. And what I used to do every week, I would work so hard, Monday through Friday in the gym, working out twice a day, dieting beyond dieting, just getting ready to be up on that stage in front of people, to be in a competition. But one day a week, I would let myself have a meal, what I would call my cheat meal. And every Saturday night, I would have like pizza, chicken, ribs, whatever I wanted to have. But I rewarded myself for the success of that week. So you have to reward yourself. And that little reward, one meal a week, on my journey to be the best I could be in those bodybuilding contests, one meal a week, I rewarded myself. But gosh darn it, that felt great. That felt so great. And what I'm trying to tell you is work hard at your goals, stay consistent with them, get after it every day. Get after it every day, because it feels so good when you achieve. And I don't care what it is, if it's to lose 2 pounds a week, if it's to get up at 5:30 in the morning instead of 7 o'clock, if it's to take a walk every night, if it's to get your bills under control, whatever it is, you got to set goals. You got to believe in your goals and then reward yourself. Continued success. Enjoy the rest of the year. We've only got a few weeks left. Get on new goals before the new year starts so that you can be consistent with them. If you haven't accomplished what you wanted to accomplish in 2019, rev it up, rev it up. You got 8 weeks. Go out and get it done. Have some success before the end of the year. Success breeds success. And you want that success to breed that success going into the new year. Be successful, work hard, stay on your goals, accomplish them, and reward yourself. Thank you very, very much for listening. This has been great. I love speaking to you all. Thank you very much.